Hi group, my name is Margaret Coleman and I chose to do my community scan plan on the city of Houston, which is the city in which I live. Um, as many of you know, Houston is the fourth largest city in the United States, with the population being over a little more than 2 million. The poverty rate in Houston is roughly 444,000 people to every two for the out of the 2 million. We have a wide range of nationalities in Houston, being that we are a very large city. But the two main nationalities are Caucasians and Hispanic people. Um, the average income of people living in Houston is just a little bit shy of $73,000 a year, and that can be families or single people or couples. The cost of living has significantly increased over the years, and the homes are starting at about 180,000, and they can go up into the millions. And it can be one neighborhood that's you have homes for in the 100,000s, and then three neighborhoods over you have homes that are in the millions. That's the one thing that's kind of interesting about Houston and just the community scan as a whole is that it varies so much in just a short amount of distance. And so it's just something that's really interesting. I've really enjoyed growing up in Houston because I've been able to experience a lot in like a little amount of time and a short span of area that needs to be covered. One thing that I discovered and found surprising in my research was that Houston happens to be on the higher rate of people living below the poverty line. Back in the day, 10 years ago, that necessarily wouldn't surprise me, but since the cost of living has significantly increased and more people are moving here for oil and gas from other countries and all sorts of things, I was kind of under the impression that maybe the poverty had kind of decreased a little bit because more people are coming in that are wealthy and have more money. Overall, I felt that the information that I found from my community scan are things that I'm able to see just in my daily driving from street to street, whether it's people living in poverty or people that are living in pure wealth in Houston. It's a large city with a variety that can just vary in such a short amount of time. As many of you may or may not know, just a year ago, as of yesterday, Houston suffered a significant loss when Hurricane Harvey came through. And it was in that time that we really saw social entrepreneurship and groups and communities and people just come about to help spread their help and kindness. And we really just came together as a city. And now a year later, we've rebuilt, and it seems to be that we're kind of back in the norm. But then there's still people that are really still rebuilding and living elsewhere and get whatnot. In the readings, I found one quote to be rather interesting. It says social entrepreneurship signals the imperative to drive social change and is that potential payoff with its lasting transformational benefit to society that sets the field and its practitioners apart. I found that to be interesting because I felt it was just kind of something that was a good calling for what my city has gone through. I love Houston. I love everything about it. I love the people, the food, and being the fourth largest city, I think it was a really great place to grow up. But I also have really enjoyed listening to other people that have lived in smaller cities and parts of towns. Thanks for watching. Bye.